that, we got through, I thought, good first inning. And then they bunched the hits together for the 3-run inning. The 3-run homers, at times can be a backbreaker, but it was early in the game. Gave up 2 more hits after that, but, got the last out of the inning. And then from there, he settled in. I think he retired a number of guys in a row. Then Peralta dumped a soft base hit in the left. He, kept going and got some outs. Got into the 6th, leadoff guy. I think Peralta flew out. And then the walk to Van Meter, the walk to Ellis. I think the walk to Ellis was a backbreaker for sure. Both 3-2 counts. Some close misses. They took the borderline pitch throughout those at bats, but a walk's a walk. I don't think he tired. I think his stuff was still good. He just missed. But he pitched into the 6 and a 3 left when the score was 3-1. So a lot of times you win those games. But he wasn't as sharp as we've seen him over the entirety of the game. But there were stretches, especially after he got through the inning where they scored runs, and he kept us right there. He held the fort. Pitch count got elevated because of the 30 pitch plus inning, but that happens. I mean, he competed hard. He battled, and it wasn't so much about Jon's performance, Patrick. It was more about their pitching against our offense.
But I was going to say, from my vantage point, I don't know how many curveballs Jon threw today, but it looked like it was a pretty good pitch for him today. Yeah. He had a lot of swings and misses on the curveball.
No doubt. I mean, one thing, and I'll share that with Jon. Probably tomorrow. The curveball was, I thought legit today. You're right. There was some punch outs with it. Good shape to it. Good spin. The slider was good too. He hung the one to Varsho, but he got his punch outs. The walks there late came back to bite him, but the fastball velocity was there. The curveball showed up and he threw it more, which I liked it. I commented to Dom on that the usage I thought was great. Slider was good. So, that's a good sign. I think he gave up a hit to Van Meter, the inning that they scored the 3 runs on a changeup. But, if Jon can get to that point where the curve is utilized more and the changeup comes into play, it's a very solid 4-pitch mix for a major league starting pitcher.
And one more for me, a housekeeping thing. Can you give us any sort of update on Tapia, or is it pretty much the way it has been?
Well, yeah, there's progress. He ran today, out on the outfield. He made some turns. Tomorrow in Chicago, he's gonna hit on the field. He's gonna run the bases. So anytime you get to running when you have in this case, a foot and a toe injury, that's a good sign. So he's getting closer. I suspect there'll be a rehab assignment for Tap to get him, back in the swing of things and under game conditions to see how the toe reacts. But he's going to run tomorrow. He's going to run the bases. He's going to hit. He's done some outfield stuff. He's been throwing. So he's progressing. No timetable, but it's getting closer.
Great. Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
We'll go to Thomas. Go ahead, Thomas.
Yeah, buddy, just getting back to Jon, the last 4 starts have been a few ruts in there, but as you said, kind of breaking things down, there are good things to hang on to from this start and some of the others. Is that kind of the way you look at it rather than just numbers? You kind of look at, deconstruct each outing and see what went well for him?
I think so, right. I mean, there's nights where, we're going to win a game with a start like that in this ballpark, right? If there's some runs to be scored, this is going to look at you know, 5 1/3 innings, what, 4 earned runs, 5 earned runs, whatever it is. You know, but it really isn't indicative of how he threw. You know, the one big swing by Joe gave him the 3-1 lead. A couple walks at the end, you know, sort of maybe, you know, dirtied up the pitching line a little bit, but the stuff was good. He kept us in the game through into the 6th. You know, we didn't shut it down after that. That's, I mean, for me, that was the ball game. You know, they nicked all of our relievers from Gilbreth to Stevenson to Bowden to Almonte. You know, they nicked all those guys. And, you know, we tried a little bit of a comeback there late, you know, but it didn't materialize. But, you know, I think it was more about them nicking our bullpen and us not scoring off their pitching.
Yeah, offensively, what did you see? And also, what did you see from their staff? Because I think, you know, Gallen last night had a good start against you guys.
Yeah, we didn't swing the bats
pitching.
great. You know, today, you know, even against Gallen. Well, Gallen's got good stuff. He's a good pitcher. I mean, you know, that can happen. Today was a little bit of a mystery because their guy was a little wild. I mean, he had what 5 walks and a hit by pitch, but he gave up just the 1 hit. You know, he changed speeds. He was around the zone. You know, we just couldn't solve. You know, the kid Smith came in, had 2 good innings, then then he started to falter, and you know, we had a little momentum there. We just got the 2 runs out of that. Clifford Clark came in, you know, sort of snuffed us out. You know, and Clifford sort of weaved his way through the 9th with a 20 pitch plus 9th, but you know, we didn't swing the bats great today.
Yeah, and I guess going on the road here, obviously we've talked about that probably ad nauseum. Do you look at this as kind of a road trip to try to right some things?
We look at every game, Pat, Thomas, no matter where we are. You know, the expectation is to play a solid game, to do everything we can to win. You know, play the game the right way. And see where we are. Doesn't matter whether, you know, today's game we felt the same way. Tomorrow we're going to feel the same way about that. You know, we'll get on the plane here shortly, get to Chicago. We're going to come to go to Wrigley Field tomorrow afternoon. Like Tapia is going to run the bases. There's going to be a couple side sessions by pitchers. We're going to do some early work, and we're going to prepare to play and go over the Cubs, have a pre-series meeting, and go compete. And the guys who are here, you know, are wanting to perform, from our most veteran players, Charlie Blackmon and Shashin, to our youngest players who are trying to establish themselves as major league players. Doesn't change. The consistency of this game is what we're all about, and getting after it to win games each and every night.
Thanks, buddy.